we can start the review.
Okay. So who is going to share the screen? Hi, Gerald.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Thanks for joining.
Nice to meet you again.
Yes, it's going to be a habit.
Okay. So we are about to start with our review. Who's going to present? Yeah, sure. So Gautam is going to present.
Yeah, I'll just share my screen, David.
Okay.
Hope my screen is visible. Is my screen visible, David?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
First, there are small eggs.
Okay. So let's start with the review.
So the first story is about polishing the working model. So should we review that, or we can skip this story, David?
And how about the bug that I reported yesterday?
Yeah, that was done. Maha, can you show that?
I'll show it.
I'll stop sharing screen. Mahalakshmi, please.
David, is my screen visible now?
Yes, let me switch to it. Yes, yes, I can hear. I can see it.
While downloading, if I click on the animation, the pop-up should display. Now I'll show it. It's getting downloaded. It will not go.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Got downloaded, right?
Yeah, I know.
So because it's a simulator, it's the frames are skipping, David. It's kind of slow.
Delete it and again run it. If I click on again, it will not get entered. And if I click on the animation, the pop-up will be displayed and the download will be stopped. This was the bug yesterday, and it's got fixed now, David.
Okay, very good. And if you let it download, could you let it download?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, everything's fine then.
So moving on with the other task.
Stop share.
Yeah, I'll share my screen again.
Yeah, we can. So I think that it's done. I still need to get the binary and see if everything is okay and if there are any other things to do. But for the time being, the polishing has been done. Sure.
We'll we'll upload the build David. Yeah, we'll upload
After the
After the review,
And how about Android?
You mean the same one? Or...
Yeah, I'm going to upload the Android version too.
Oh, okay. We
we
can
can
upload it.
Okay. Should they have the same functionality or there are differences?
Same function.
Okay. So everything is. Yes.
In audio player alone, duration, there is some error actually.
In Android,
and, the audio will play, the progress will show.
Progress bar will show wrong.
Only
that thing is pending. Yes.
Other than that, it's fine. Everything, all the functionalities are same.
Okay, all right. But apart from this audio player, it should be one-to-one in terms of functionality and polishing, right?
Yes, David.
Okay. All right. Very good.
So PEMOB 136.
Hi, David. We had a discussion yesterday regarding this tin can and the local storage, and you told you have planned to discuss with the senior developer.
Yes, but unfortunately, I went yesterday and he was unavailable already. And this morning, I had lots of preparations for the presentation that I needed to do some analytics stuff. So, and then I went to because it's three. Well, I needed to go to another office, but it turned out he wasn't there at that point. So I need to go and talk to him after the call. But I sent you one suggestion. Have you had a chance to try it already?
I checked with that, David, but even in the tin can packet and without tin can, both are alike. I mean, there is no big difference. Both are giving us the console of the results, but we are unable to fetch it from that HTML. That is completely in the HTML part. It is not broadcasting that to the React Native as far as we have checked now. It is not broadcasting to the React Native thing. I mean, it is just within the HTML. So the main query is how will we get the data from the HTML to the React Native and show that in the application. That is where we are stuck in.
Okay. All right. I'm going to let Gerald know about that. Gerald, because we have a big problem with communication between activities and the app. Because when we open the activity does not send any data to the app. So we cannot fetch the scores, we cannot fetch any events that the user might invoke when playing with activities. And this actually prevents us from implementing both the functionality of displaying scores, as well as sending them to PEF and switching between activities from within activities. So it's a very big deal that we're facing at the moment. And,
so isn't that, sorry, David, is that not what Tin Can is supposed to do?
Yes.
Does
yes,
Tin Can not give you that hook?
Yes, but the problem is that we have this, the technology that has been chosen, so React Native, does not have an ability to communicate with the web view in which these activities are opened. And this is the problem.
Okay.
So we are trying to fix it. I have one idea, namely there is a guy here who is a senior developer who implemented Pulse activities in an app that was designed, created in React Native. So it is theoretically possible that he might have an idea how to do that. The problem is that he might have sent it online in a way, and we need to fetch it offline. Yeah. So I need to speak to this guy. I tried a number of times, but we always missed each other, and then I needed to prepare for the presentation, so I didn't have a chance to do that before the call. Okay. So I'm going to do that after the call and get back to you with the results, because if we cannot fix it, then we have a big problem with Avalane packages.
Yeah. Okay.
And by the way,
again, I don't know if Ian Moss might have some ideas as well. I'm not sure, but.
Yes, well, but I'm not sure whether Ian is going to know such gory details of Avalane.
No, okay. Okay. Well, see how David. Go on.
Tomorrow we are meeting with Natalia. We are meeting a vendor that creates content, mobile content here from Poznan. I worked for them as an iOS developer, and Jan knows them very well, and he suggested we should talk to them. And we are meeting them tomorrow and see what they can show to us. They say that they have both the editor and the player that could be used with React Native. So this is just another trace that we are following, just to see what all the possibilities are. This is developed by a vendor, so it's not going to be developed in house. But it could be a way to follow if Avalane, for example, turns out not to be good for the purposes.
Okay, all right. Well, let me know, David. We'll call the troops in and have a bit of a powwow if we're not getting anywhere.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay.
Thanks.
Vida, well, I think that it's a spillover to the next sprint because we need to retry when I speak to the guy, and when we still need to try to find a solution to do that, because this is a critical decision. If it turns out that we do not that we cannot fetch these events or data from the packages, then we need to either change the packages or I don't know, come up with another solution. So this is a critical thing. So I think that we need to keep it and put it in the next sprint too.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Moving on to PEMOB 160, opening the activities in Android and playing with them.
I'll just stop carrying.
I'll just get it from Maha's PC. Is my screen visible, David?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. On click of this is Android S7, Samsung S7. Okay, on click of units, the lesson 1 is downloaded already. And on click of this, we have the conversation. And on click of this, it takes a second to load the screen, and immediately it moves on to the web view, to the activity. And it's getting downloaded. Downloaded.
Mm-hmm.
It's working perfect now.
Okay, and could we try another activity? So please open What Is This? Okay, all right, it works fine. Yeah, if it's that fast, then it's still acceptable. It's comparable to iOS, so that's fine.
Okay.
Just 1 or 2 seconds lag, maximum.
Mm-hmm.
More than that.
Oh, this was unnoticeable here, but this is a simulator, so I need to try it on a real device. And
device connected to the Mac.
Yeah,
What's
real
that?
device we are
I
sharing.
see. I see. So what is the what device? What is this device? A Samsung 7? Or? Hello.
Samsung S7, David.
I see. Okay. So it's pretty fast. So I need to check it on something slower, but it's still okay. So we either need to do optimization or not. So this is a question that we need to ask ourselves.
In 4 GB RAM device and a 2 GB RAM device, we have a S5 and S7 here. In S7, it takes a second more than this.
Okay.
Sorry, S7,
Sorry,
S5.
S5 it takes
1 second more than this.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Not a big difference.
Yeah, but anyway, I need to check it myself because I need to have this feeling, right? I need to have the device in my hand and so on. So this is, well, it's fixed, it's done. What we might need to do is some optimization in the future. So we can call it, we can say that it's been done. Sure.
Sure, David.
Sure, David.
No, please let it. I'll have to show demo from that. Okay. David, the next one is PEMOB 161. Actually, previously scanner was not working on Android, and now we have fixed it. I'll just show you a demo from the same device again. So this is the same device, David. Here I'm opening the scan tab, and I'm just pointing to a QR code, the same activity which we have downloaded now, and it's getting opened. Actually, this previous in the previous build, this feature was not working. We have done it now, and the QR related other stories will be covered in the next stories. David, I'll proceed with the order.
Could you repeat, because I didn't get the last part.
No. The other stories related to QR I'll cover in the next ones.
Okay, but they seem to have been fixed, right? PEMOB 79 has
Yes.
been completed.
Yes, David.
Or you can complete all your work.
No, some things have to go from this. That's why. Because they have downloaded the activities there, and
Okay.
so that's the problem. I'll
Oh, I see. So you mean that, for example, PEMOB 79 is working but on iOS, or
It's not
what?
like that, David. Actually, in that phone, we have downloaded all the units, so I won't be able to show you the demo where we have to trigger download, right?
Uh-huh.
Here I have connected other phone to my system. That's why.
I see. Okay. All right. Now I get it. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
I'll share my screen again and let's continue. Okay. So PEMOB 82. So yeah, this one is the automatically start downloading the lesson. So just a minute. This is a physical device again, David. So here I'm opening QR. So this one is the QR related to activity. Activity 6, lesson 2. So I'm just pointing at it. So this one says this is a valid QR code and click OK to download the lesson. I'm just clicking on OK. It takes a maximum of 4 or 5 seconds to get downloaded. And after that, we have redirected to that particular page.
Okay, and what happens if you tap courses in the upper left corner?
That's what I was coming to tell now, David. This courses, the back button, we couldn't handle it as of now because we have created one more feature, right? This setting the default page for the application. So based on that, this one is taking. The value is getting stored over there, and the back button is not working. Whatever tab the user is in the courses page, it's getting redirected to that page.
Mm-hmm. And there's no way to stay in the scan tab. And when you tap courses, you're taken to the scanner, back to the scan.
No, David. We tried implementing one more thing. What we had done is Elil had tried that. He had just placed a MVC like thing over the courses screen. If we do like that, this tab bar you see, right? This tab bar is not getting updated in that case. It stays in the courses tab itself.
Okay, because I don't get why we can't. Well, let me think. There's yet another thing that I need to before we start analyzing this one. Because I asked you, and in the description it is clearly stated that we should have a pop-up with a spinner showing that there's something being downloaded. Because at the moment it's a very poor user experience.
Okay, so you need a spinner when the download is getting done.
Yeah, in the description it says that answer is yes and no. If the user taps yes, we display a pop-up with the title downloading lesson and a spinner identical to the one we display in the table of contents and the cancel button. In the background, we download the lesson and so on. So we do not have the pop-up.
Actually,
we have one pop-up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which says the QR code is a valid one, and if you want to download, we can start the download, or else we can cancel the download from there itself.
Yeah, but
it like that.
The user is going to get confused because he's going to tap yes and nothing is going to happen for a few seconds. And I'm 100% sure they're going to leave the tab or scan it again and so on. We need to show the pop-up with the spinner and saying downloading lesson so that they know what's happening. At the moment they have no clue what's happening.
Okay, then we'll include a spinner saying the download is getting done.
Yeah, but remember to include the spinner in another pop-up. We have pop-up yes, no, we tap yes, and then this pop-up hides, and we have another one with the spinner and downloading lesson, right? So we need to have two pop-ups. Do not put this one in this one that we have now, that we're displaying at this point, okay?
Okay, David. Can we have a mock-up for that, David? Because it would be better for us.
Well, well, to be honest, well, what to do with the mock-up here? Well, this is just a
Let me ask you one more time. So I'm just clicking the scan tab, and the download is. I mean, we are triggering the download, and on click of the OK button, we'll just show a spinner with a download in progress button. I mean, title at the top.
No, not a spinner, but a pop-up with the title "Downloading Lesson."
Okay.
In this pop-up, what we should have is just the spinner, and at the bottom we should have the cancel button. I don't think we need a mock-up here. First of all, because it is going to slow us down, while it should have been done in this story. Secondly, I think that, well, there's nothing happening here. We are using native pop-ups here. So I don't think we actually need a mock-up.
Okay, David, we'll include the pop-up and the spinner, and if I have any queries, I'll get back.
Okay, no problem. If you have any questions, please contact me, of course. Yeah, but we need to do it because this is very poor user experience. And I believe that stakeholders are going to complain about that.
Okay. So I'll move on with the other task, David. Okay, so PEMOB 130. So hi David, hi Gerald.
Hello.
Hello. So next one is PEMOB 130. That is, we need to handle the internet access as well as dynamically we need to update the JSON inside our app. So David, do you want me to show that?
If possible. Yeah, but how are we going to do that actually? Now, let me check on that. When you upload the binary, I'm going to check on that because, well, if you disable your internet access, no, it is possible because you can do it for another computer.
Sorry, David.
Would it be possible for you to show it to me?
Yeah, okay. I'll just do it now.
Yeah, let's do it so that we know that it's been done and we can call it today.
Okay, just 2 minutes. David, just a minute. We'll share screen from RAM system.
No problem.
Okay, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. If you see in this simulator screen, when the user installs the app for first time, if the user does not have any internet connectivity, we'll be showing the page that is, please check your connectivity. So as soon as when the user switch on the Wi-Fi, will be redirected inside the app.
Okay, but the label is different from what's described in the story because it was supposed to be you need internet access to configure the app. Because check your internet connection is strange. So you need to replace this label contents with the one that is described in the description. And secondly, one minor comment: make it centralized, not to the left, but centralized, so that the second line is in the center of the screen instead of being to the left. Okay.
In this binary build, we'll update it.
Yes, yeah, because this notice is too ambiguous and it's not going to be understood by users. So please fix these two, and that's fine then.
Yeah, okay. So, and as soon as when the user kills the app and opens for next time, and if you have internet connection, so the latest JSON will be getting updated.
Very good. Yeah, I have already checked on that, and it was a brilliant thing because they could experiment with the app. Very good.
Yeah. So that's all from PEMOB 130. Next, I'll give it to Eric.
Hi, David. Hi, Gerald.
Hi. Hi.
Okay. So about PEMOB 66. So in this, we'll be having this call to action row in levels and as well as unit space, so that the users can unlock any level or lessons for themselves. So okay. So if we go inside any level, you can see this unlock all practice with a QR code from your student book. So this will be the call to action row. So so when you tap it, it will show you a screen, help screen, like what we'll be doing with that. So when you say let's go, it will just take you to the scan page. So the users can scan any QR code to unlock the lessons. So that is about 66.
Okay, and could you enter a unit 2? Is it possible to enter unit 2?
Yes.
I know, it's unavailable, right? Both unit 2 and unit 3, is that correct?
Yes, yes. For 68, I will show you.
Yeah, but when you, if it was possible, then we would enter unit 2. When we enter a lesson, we can see this call to action row at the bottom, right? As in the designs. Yes. Okay, very good. Kitty.
Just give me a minute, David. I will show it to you.
Okay.
One second, David. I will connect from my system and show you.
Oh, brilliant.
So can you see my screen, David?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just go inside unit 2 here. So right now this is, since it is not a sample lesson, it's unlocked. You can see being disabled. I'm clicking here, but it will not respond because it is like now and disabled.
Okay, very good. And when you tap the row, you're taken to the scanner. Yes. Okay, right. Okay. Okay, very good.
It's about PEMOB 68. Non-step limits will be grayed out. So this is what you're just seeing now.
I'll continue with the task.
I'll just stop.
Okay. So the next task is PEMOB 79. As a user, I want to open a scan. I want to scan a product's QR code so that I can get full access to the activities. Here we have created a QR code for the levels, David. Yeah, hope my screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just scanning this code. This code is for a level based QR, for a level. So if I just scan it, we are displaying a screen over here saying your QR code is valid. And this we need to collect some details. This page is we have created as per the mockup, and if the user clicks on next, we are just displaying a sample text saying that the login page goes here, as we have discussed.
Yes, very good. And when you tap X,
the screen will be closed and the scan tab will be coming again.
Very good. That's it.
And we have even created error messages. Like suppose if I'm changing the QR and I'm pointing at it, will be shown a like code is not recognized. And
could you show it to me because I can't see it. I can't see the okay.
I'll do that again.
Okay.
So here I have just deleted the contents and I'm creating a QR again. So I'll just point at it and will be shown an error message like code is not recognized and there is no level associated to this QR.
Very good. Yes, very good.
Okay. So I guess.
And what happens if you tap cancel or you tap the help button in the scanner?
Yeah, actually, David, we have stories in the backlog related to that. I guess we have PEMOB 39 and other stories for that. As of now, we have just included a text over here. There won't be any functionality.
I see. Okay. Okay. So okay, understood. Okay.
So moving on. PEMOB 67.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so hi, David. So next one is PEMOB 67. As a user, I want to see the scan help view when I tap on that is call to action on the product. So let me share my screen. So it's my screen now, visible, David?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so when I tap on this call to action, so I'll be redirected to this page that is as per the mockup. And if we click on let's go, then we'll show that scan, that is camera view.
And if we tap X in the upper right corner, it closes.
Yeah. One.
Could you do it?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, very good.
Okay. And next one is as a user, I want to play audio and video on Android devices from the activity. So that I'll share my screen from the Android emulator. You can see this visor, right? Visor screen, Lenovo. See that? Okay, so here inside this I have downloaded an audio and video file, and I'll go inside video first. Just a minute. Just a minute.
Just a minute, Gagan. Sorry for the delay. We are connecting.
David, in the meanwhile, we'll just update you regarding the polishes sheet.
Yes, you had updated the sheet with some UAE changes, right, David?
Yes.
So in that priority 2, 5, and 6 are completed now.
I'll share.
So
Okay.
Just a minute, David. I'm sharing the screen.
in this priority 2, 5, and 6 are done. Now in the can you open the simulator? Or anything in Android also. Android can you show that? So this is regarding priority 2. You can see the course name in every card view. So Epic was not present there. So that is regarding priority 2, second point.
Okay.
And the level design is from still uses keyline border. So this is also now fixed. Shake has fixed it.
Okay, very good.
So that is about 2. And coming to 5. So the touch targets for the close button. So that is for the call to actions can help page. Okay, 1 second.
Just a minute, David.
The touch target for this close button was earlier 14 by 14. Now we've changed it to 24 by 24. So actually you cannot. Yeah. So if you notice that bounding box, it will be bigger than the X image. So that was the issue I mentioned here. And the my profile, you can see here at the bottom. Earlier the space was missing in my profile. So that is also fixed. So these are 3 things we have done.
Okay, very good.
So the rest the 3 will be covered in the next quiz.
Just a minute, David. In the Android build, we are having some connectivity issues.
Okay, so just give me a second. I'm going to be right back in a second. Okay.
Sure.
I guess it's your last time, David.
Yes, I'm back. Okay.
I guess we'll share screen from Mahalakshmi system. So is my screen visible, David?
Yes, it is.
So I'll just download the video from Android. Yeah, you can see the video is playing.
May I help you? Yes, I have an appointment with Mr. Sanchez. Hello, I'm Victor Sanchez. Hi, I'm Marie Batiste. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. First, there are small eggs.
So here only we told
There are caterpillars.
there was a progress bar issue.
What do they look like?
So audio will be playing, but
They've got a lot of and big. Are they
Okay. All right, so we still need to fix this one, but this one seems to be the only known issue for the time being on Android, right? Is it the only known issue on Android?
Is this a widely known issue or do we have any other one?
Everything is fine. Actually,
progress bar
fine.
around.
Video is
That
fine.
is the only issue in the Android. David?
Yes?
So, yeah, like we said, that is the only known issue in Android, and every other thing is working fine.
Very good. Okay, all right, so we still need to fix this one. Very good, very good. Okay, so is there anything else as for stories? Because I believe that's it.
Yes, that's it for sprint 3.
Mhm.
So, can we give complete sprint then? Only one story will be the spillover. I mean, that is the spike. 136. Other than that,
No, because how about automatically start downloading a lesson and I scan a QR code and the fact that there isn't the second pop-up there.
David, that's kind of a minor thing. I mean, we can do it before we give the build.
Okay, all right. So this can be done today, right? Before I receive the build, right?
Just clarify it again, David. We are clicking the OK download pop-up, and we display another pop-up saying the download is in progress with a spinner in it.
Yes, and the user must be able to cancel the download, so there needs to be a cancel button too.
Okay. Then we'll fix it in the next sprint itself, David, because we are not sure if we'll be able to be completed or not.
Because we have not tried the spinner inside the pop-up, so we're not
Okay.
sure how.
All right. So do you want me to? So are we reopening this issue, or we add a new one?
Can we have a? Actually, we had done it like the OK and cancel button message will pop up itself. So in the we took it that way so that we can cancel the download in the starting itself. But then we have if the download is performing, we have to cancel it. David, can we have it as a different thing for this sprint?
Yes, of course we can.
Okay, David. Because we understood it this way and we started working on it. That's why this confusion.
Okay. Okay, so let me see how to put it. As a user, I want to see. Okay, so redisplay. I'm just copying some part in order to create a new story. So let me do this one first. So I'm adding a new issue. Create issue. Yes. Oh, gee. As a user, I want to see a pop-up presenting the download. This when I try to open M2, which has not been downloaded yet. To see what is happening. Okay. All right. Now let me set the severity priority to major. I'm putting the description from the previous one, just the part. We display a pop-up with a title, download a lesson, and it's been identical to the one we display in the table of contents and the cancel button. When user taps the cancel button, the download stops and the pop-up gets dismissed. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is a separate story. Another thing was that there was a label that the text was different, but Ram said that he was going to do that immediately after the call, so that I have it in the build, right? So we can say that it's done. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And progress bar in audio files, right? Are we closing it then and adding a new story, or we are? What do we do with that?
We cannot close it, right? Because it is not a fix. We still have a bug in that. So let's not close it now. Once it is fixed, we can close it in the next slide. Or David, would you like to create a bug and then create it to this task?
So I'm supposed to create a new story, right?
No, it's not story.
The type would be bug.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. No problem. As a user, I want to see progress of an audio file when I play it on Android to see how far I am in the recording. Okay. All right, this is a major issue. Okay. All right, so I have added these two, so I'm closing the sprint then. There's still in progress, PEMOB 154. This is okay, because we are taking this out of the sprint. Okay, now I get it. Is that correct? No, I can close the sprint, but this one is going to go back to backlog. Okay, all right, so I'm completing the sprint. Complete. Okay. All right, so the sprint is closed. So we are immediately moving on to sprint planning. Should I open the sprint and do retrospective?
Yeah, retro. Shall we complete the retro and then we can have the planning?
Okay, so let's go on with the retro.
Okay, I'll share the retro sheet in the Hangout itself. Did you all get it? And let's take 5 minutes to fill the sheet, and once done, we can review those points.
David, I'll just be on mute for 5 minutes till we complete the sheet.
Okay, sure. Excuse me, just one question. Do you want me to put mine?
Yes.
You just
Yes, sir.
okay. Okay, all right. So I'm doing that. Okay, thank you.
David, 5 more minutes. We are not yet completed.
He's on mute.
Yes, I'm on mute. You're right. Yes, no problem.
We could see you, yeah.
Okay.
Hi, David.
Okay, hi, we are back, David. Sorry for the delay.
Okay.
Anil, can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, I can see it. Mhm.
No spillovers in this sprint, and almost all functions have been delivered. Okay, that's the same point. Good job, team. I can see a massive change in us from starting from the sprint 1. So keep doing that, and
Exception.
let's avoid these spillovers. It's a good sign of improvement. Thank you. What not went well? Last minute commits is not good to upload bills. Still continue down.
Yeah.
And did you
It is
face
still
it?
there. It is still there.
I mean, we agreed like whenever we are done with each functionality, each developer will commit their code, right? So are we doing that? Are we following that? Yes. So where did we miss?
Again, when we
Wrong.
Wrong commit.
that is bug, when testing we found that we have
For that we committed.
for that only we gave the last minute commit before even we started testing the build. Right, afternoon even we started building, testing the build. Again, when testing we found the bug, so again we corrected it and gave the build. So that was the commit went last time. Until or unless.
Okay, let's keep this open until it is
Okay.
in track. Okay.
Okay.
And we have planned like commit have to be planned one day before the review.
That
so
is not happened. That's what I'm trying.
that is still lagging
Yes.
Commit had to be planned one day before the review.
Okay.
So that would also resolve one other point shared by David. He needs the bill prior to the
Before the
review. So if this is done, that also be done. Let's plan like that at least in the next sprint. Okay. No or little, yeah, this still exists. This time we did it. So hopefully at least now from next sprint we have to follow this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this time, the backlog grooming session was planned, but because of the emergency leave as all, we needed to cancel it. So it's absolutely fine. This was an accidental case, so it's no problem, right? But we need to try to do it properly in sprint 4. That's going to be fine.
Sure, David, okay. And no backend services for the app.
Yes, and this is reported by David and assigned to David because this is my fail. Well, I did my best, but I'm cooperating with Ian Moss. I don't know whether you know him, and he stopped answering my emails. So I need to, and I've when I was done with my points, I sent an email to him just to remind him about myself. I'll do my best to have these done for the next sprint, not for this one, of course, but for the next one, so that we can start integrating with some backend services at last. So sorry about that. I'll do my best to catch up.
Sure, David.
Sure, David.
Okay, David, we have a query here.
Mm-hmm.
So we would like to, try that backend services if you are okay.
We cannot because they do not exist yet.
That's what we would like to create the services. We are saying.
Oh, you would like to create them. Well, you know,
Yes.
but the problem is, well, it is possible, but we have already, I believe, selected the technology, and what we're going to do is we're going to use something that's called RPG. So, do you happen to know it?
Yes. Earlier, before the start of this app, we were discussing with Ian Moss, so he was telling about this RPG team. So
Okay.
we don't know who it is, but we heard of that RPG team.
Very good. That's very good news. Because then we could actually, I wouldn't need to find somebody else outside the team, but we could do that ourselves, and then it would be better.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So give me today or tomorrow to get in touch with Ian. Hopefully, I'm gonna be able to chase him. And then I need to discuss it with him so that we can organize it so that you have all the data that you actually need, and I can join you with connect you with the RPG guys so that we know every side knows what to do. Okay, give me 2 days if possible. Okay.
Sure.
Very good, brilliant. That's very good news. Okay, so I believe that we're not going to do that in this sprint, but we could devote another sprint. So this is going to be sprint 5 on creating backend services and trying to connect to them and integrating with them. So that would be brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Next one, Spike took a lot of time. Yes, yeah.
Yes, this is my opinion. I believe that. Well, I thought that it would we would have finished that by Tuesday, last Tuesday. Well, it took another week, and it would be okay if it turned out to be positive. But then it turned out that we still have this problem. So this is my feeling. So I know that you did your best. I absolutely appreciate that. I'm just stating that because this is, I believe, it is a bit problematic because this influences many other stories, and we still haven't found a solution. So this is just a statement, okay?
Yeah. True, David. Yeah, we agree. Okay, so any comments, Veena?
No.
Actually,
Okay.
we thought we would be getting some help from Oscar or IAP team, but they were not able to help us.
They gave us some ideas, but then still we were not able
Our
to
case was
implement that.
different, and
Yeah.
the way they use is
In their
different.
case, they were producing their own content, right?
Yes,
So
they were able
could-
to edit the packages
Yeah.
actually, so they are getting the scores from there. They're broadcasting it.
Mhm.
So in our case, that is not the, we don't create the packages ourselves, so that is the issue.
So now, what would be the case like? We will get the help from the senior developer.
There is one scenario we are checking that Veena is checking currently WebView bridge and React Native app. There is one bridge possibility.
Okay.
So if that is successful, we
We
should be able to get
other
the
issues.
console, whatever from coming from there.
So
We
good
are
luck,
yet to try
Veena,
that.
for the next sprint.
Thank you.
Okay. So moving on to the next one. Concentrate in both Android and iOS RAM.
Okay, so the thing is actually if you are taking a story, when everyone is fixing it in iOS only, we are lagging in Android. So that we need to overcome. Each and every sprint in Android, we are lagging.
Yes.
So that would be a kind request from me. Kindly check both the builds. If in both the cases it is working, then close the story. Otherwise,
Yeah.
Could you speak up a bit because I couldn't hear you very well. Could you speak up a bit?
so just a kind request from me. Just close the story after it was done in both Android and iOS, because in each and every sprint we are lagging behind in Android. So we are taking that in the next sprint and we are trying to fix it out, but at last minute rush actually. So we need to concentrate in Android also.
Okay, yeah. For the last end of sprint, we focused on iOS only because we needed to deliver the thing right on time. But now I'm focusing on both, and I'm going to ask you to do both. So, and every time I'm going to check both. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, sure.
In the upcoming sprint, if you are if anyone is showing the demo anyone is showing the demo on the story, just will be showing in both Android and iOS. Then you just accept it. That's a kind request from me.
Okay, sure.
That's a good point too. During the demo,
yeah, we need to
show in
both
the devices.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Area of improvements: fix daily targets for all issues or design handoff dates so that we can have better track. And keep this open. Yeah. Okay. Next one is also from me. Quick mail responses would be better. Okay. Agreed. Agreed.
There
Okay.
is some issue. We are kind of analyzing it. And we are replying
In that case, you can mention like, okay, we will check on it and get back to you as early as possible, so that David will get to know that you have seen his mail and you are working on it. He will get your confidence. Right?
Sure.
Next one, PO would love to receive a bill before the review. So yeah, as discussed earlier, if you plan to commit a day before, we can give the bill to. Next one, App is demo centric. We need more data to make it fully dynamic. Aiden? Can you
Okay.
explain? Yeah.
Actually, we made a lot of changes in the app.
Tweaks, you mean? The enhancements?
Not enhancements, but we made some certain modifications so as to focus on the demos. Demo perspective, we have in the app right now. So like
Yes.
with more data, like what we are going to do next, we can make it more dynamic, not just for a demo.
Yes, I fully agree with you, and that's why we discussed that yesterday, that we need to have a session at which we're going to collect all the things that have been done temporarily, right? So that we have a register and we can catch up with these soon. Because yes, I agree that we have been focused completely on the working model, and we need to improve that. I fully agree with you.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
Okay, the next one, the JSON and packet content could have been better.
Actually, David, we faced this issue when we had to trigger the download, right? So it would have been better if the JSON was in a proper key value pair format. We could have done it even more quicker. And in the packet also, we felt like, suppose if we had control over the packets, we could have made some changes there, and we could have coded something there, and then we could have get the data from there. Like in case of Veena story for our scores, for a spike. As far as we had a discussion with the IAP team, they had created their own packets, so it was easier for them to modify things and make some changes. So that if they want the score kind of details from the packets, they could have, they could fetch it from there and show it in the application. In our case, it's not like that, right, David? So that's what we felt.
Yes, that's true. I completely agree with you. The problem is that we have very little control over that. Because what I wanted to have, this is a JSON file created by the PEF system, right? And we cannot change the core of it. What I wanted to have is a set of custom fields that would contain our data that we actually need for the app.
Okay.
And they promised to do that, but then there was a PI planning here in Poznan, and everything and all that has been cancelled. It was cancelled. Okay. So I did not receive these points, these fields in the JSON file, and I'm not going to receive them in the coming few weeks.
Okay.
So I'm doing my best, but this is a lot about politics here, and I have very little control of that. So unfortunately, I realize that you struggle. I hate the structure of the JSON file because it's completely unreadable. I agree with you, but this is what we need to what we have at the moment, and it's not going to change soon.
Okay.
So sorry.
Yeah, we just felt like that, so we wanted to tell you.
Yeah, I know. I realize I would prefer this JSON file to be much cleaner and shorter and better and easier to read, but unfortunately not for the time being. But I'm on it. I'm on it. So as soon as it becomes possible to change it in any way, I'm gonna consult it with you and force the PEF team to do that for us.
Sure, David.
Okay. So moving on to the appreciation section, we have few points, only 1 point. Any other appreciation team? Okay, so I just want to appreciate Ram and Maha. So they have picked up the ad hoc request from David, the findings, his feedback. So you volunteered yourself and delivered whenever it is required. So thanks to you, and keep up the good work.
Yes, actually, I should have put it too, because thank you very much for these polishes and your quick work at the beginning of the sprint, because it was I realized it was a big deal of work, and thank you very much for all that, because this went very fine. And apart from activities, the stakeholders are very happy with the app, and they emphasize it every time. So they always say, because when I first received an email that, we're not satisfied, I immediately called them and then I asked, guys, but the day before you said it was fine. and tell me what you're dissatisfied with, the app or activities. No, only the activities. And then I say, okay, these are two separate things. You know? These are two separate teams. These are two separate things. So they are very happy with the app, but they're unhappy with the content. But this is the thing that we do not have control over. But yeah, so thank you very much for all that, for all these tiny changes that I report from time to time. So thank you very much.
And also, I would like to appreciate Sheikh for completing the polishes reported by Nathan in the middle of the sprint, and also his three of the other issues. We actually planned to do it in the next sprint, but it took some time to finish those as well. So thanks, Sheikh. Okay, so team, any other comments or feedbacks? That's it. David, anything else from your end?
No, thank you.
Okay. So we are done with the retro. Thank you all. Okay, so shall we start with the planning then?
Yes.
Over to you, David. And
okay.
We only have a half an hour more. So we will complete the planning till that time, and then maybe we can continue tomorrow during our scrum. I mean, instead of scrum, we can have planning. Okay.
Very good, brilliant. Okay, so so what I'm doing at the moment is I'm first of all looking for a button that allows me. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I have create. Okay, so as a user. Yes, in a second. I want the app to be polished so that because what I want to do is first of all again go back to the polishes document and start with this one. So let me just put a description. Refer to the polishes document. So I've just added a new story. Okay, here we are. Okay, and now I'm going to share my screen. A second, yes. Oh, gee. Sorry, just give me a second. For the task. In the feature. Okay. Okay. All right. So sharing my screen.
David, just a quick update.
Yes.
I have shared you the velocity tracker last week, I guess, and I have the updated ones now with me. We have few more lead plans, so the velocity is now 31.5.
31.5. Okay. All right.
So excluding Sheikh, we will have 45 developers.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So so you can see my screen, and now I'm creating a new sprint. Okay. So what I would like to add first of all is the spike that we need to continue. Right. So I'm in the sprint.
Okay.
Then I would like to get back to polishing, and this. Oh no, we need to first estimate it. Oh, sorry, go back to me. Here we are. Okay, so so there are polishes here in the document as previously, and I think that we should start with this one, so that we have a polished app as soon as possible. I believe that there are going to be a few more. When I grab the new build, I test it. I'm likely to find new things. I believe because I'm a nasty guy. So so I think that it is going to happen tomorrow immediately after the call, right? Because I cannot do it today anymore. But I'm going to do that tomorrow. immediately after the call. So there are likely to be a few more there. So let's start, as previously, let's start with this one. Would you agree?
Okay. Please, polish story.
Okay. Sure, David.
So how are we going to estimate it then?
Well, it has to be dependent.
I think we can
issues.
estimate tomorrow and then before giving the start sprint. Is that fine, David? Once
Sure,
we
no
get the,
problem. Yes, yeah, no problem. No problem here. Okay.
estimation can be done tomorrow.
Okay, but I'm putting the sprint because this is the thing that I definitely want to have. Okay. Then we have PEMOB 48 logging in. Well, backend has not been done yet, so let's mock it as in the description. So if backend part is not ready, the app may be temporarily mock. The app may temporarily mock the login process. So let's focus on the visual part. I have already requested mock-ups for registration and for logging in from Nathan. Hopefully he's going to respond soon. So this is the thing that we can, so this is the continuation of the process of, we have scanned the code of a product, it is a valid code, then we have this screen logging in comes here, and we continue at this point, okay?
We get the flow.
Pardon?
I mean, we can understand the flow.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so is that right? There is this pop-up presenting the download process when I try to open an activity which has not been downloaded yet to see what is happening, right? So this is the continuation of scanning a QR code of an activity which has not been downloaded yet. Okay? So shall we estimate it?
This is a bug, so we will not estimate the bug.
I see. Okay.
That's a bug.
The same is then with audio files not updating the progress on Android. Yes?
Sorry to interrupt. So just the query, do we need to take PEMOB 192 as a bug or task?
Which one? This one?
Yeah, 192.
Well, I added it as a bug by accident because I tapped create issue instead of create. We can change it into a feature. I would advocate this one, right? So I don't think it's a bug. So we can change it to a feature, no problem. Well, I would need to add a new one.
I think once it is created as bug, it cannot be changed.
Let me see about this one. Yeah. So I need to cancel it and then create a new one.
Yeah.
So let me copy this one. And the description. Okay, so I'm creating a new one. Okay, so how do you, could we estimate it then?
When you see the alert, we are going to declare one more, right?
After the download starts, we have to display an alert saying the download is in progress with a spinner, and we should have a cancel button over there so that the user
Cancel
can.
by clicking on the loader or
After the QR is scanned, we display an alert saying that this is a valid QR code and OK to start download. After the user clicks on OK, we display the second pop-up over here, which says the download is in progress. We have a spinner over there, and we should have a cancel button to cancel the download which is in progress.
So the second alert will be showing only cancel button.
we won't display.
It's automatically downloading pop-up. So
Okay, so what happens when the user tap on the cancel button? Will be showing the camera page. Yes.
When the user clicks on the cancel button over there, when the download is in progress, we have to show the scan page again, right? I mean the scanner.
Yes, we can show the scanner.
Okay. So in the second pop-up, we will have only one button, the cancel button, with a spinner and the download in progress text.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Inside the pop-up will display the loader. Just in this
Inside the pop-up.
No, this is the case when we tap the activity directly or when it comes to the scan.
Scan page.
See, when we are in the QR code, it's not downloaded.
And we have a small confusion over here, though. Suppose if the user clicks on download and download, I mean the unit has been downloaded in the same time, then the redirection would happen. In that case, the user won't be able to cancel. Are you able to understand? Because when the user is downloading and the download is almost done, in that case, if the user clicks on cancel, then will it work? Will it work in that case?
So, okay, so it starts, for example, uncompressing, and then the user taps cancel, and we cannot stop the process of uncompressing. Is that correct?
Yes, David.
Okay, all right, doesn't matter. So we need to. So let's hide the pop-up, and it is going to uncompress. Everything is going to uncompress. So yeah, that's okay.
That's fine, right, David?
Yes.
If the user cancel when the uncompressed process is going on, the white screen will be displaying.
I mean, in the units, I mean, when the user clicks on download from the units page itself, if the compressed progress is going on and if the user clicks on cancel, white screen is coming now. So that's what you are saying, Mahalakshmi, right?
Yes. White screen will be redirected because the name will change and the path, everything will be existing.
Actually, have to delete.
Okay.
But why is there a white screen? I don't get it. Well, what's happening that you're displaying a white screen?
Because the path will be set and the zip file will be presented.
No, the thing is, see, when the user starts downloaded and the downloading process is going on, and consider the scenario, just he has downloaded the zip file and uncompress is going on. So at that time, when the user taps on cancel button, so actually we need to delete the file. At this time, we are showing the white screen now. That is automatic.
No. I believe that if the file, so let's do it this way. We are showing the pop-up until the process of downloading and uncompressing is done. But if the situation is like the user started downloading the file has downloaded, we start uncompressing it, and the user taps cancel, then we continue uncompressing it, but we do not display it. So we
don't know. Yeah, the thing is, we don't know how much that is file is fully downloaded or not, right? See, just this is a scenario.
Uncompression is completed or not.
Yeah.
The file will be downloaded, but uncompression process.
No, what he is telling is that is if the file, we have told the scenario, the file is downloaded and uncompressed is going on, right? If we give the cancel, in that case, then we have to take the cancel button. Yeah, even my suggestion is that too. We'll just show the pop-up in the loader alone.
David, is it fine if we take off that cancel button, because we can just display spinner saying that the download is in progress? Is that fine?
So we are not going to have the cancel button, right?
Because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
scenario will be
more hectic.
Okay, so let's try it. Let's try it, and let's see if we receive feedback from users that they want to have the cancel button. Then we can add it and we can discuss it again. But we do not need to have it. That's correct. We do not. Well, this is my idea. So it's not that we need to have it. So I'm removing it from the description.
we do have a cancel button at the start of the download the week before the user clicks on OK. In that case, he can cancel, right?
Yes.
Suppose if he decides not to download the contents from there itself, he can just cancel and he can stop the process.
Okay, I agree. So we can remove the cancel button. I removed it from the description. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, David.
30 points.
So it shows just the loader.
But make one of the ways it's possible to have a query inside the alert. Where inside the alert? That's what I'm. That loader inside the alert is it?
We can paste.
And also that image should be on GIF image.
That's something you have to display.
So inside the alert,
Think will be working on it.
Not
we need to show the spinner is loading.
same spinner we are going to use. In unit download, lesson download,
Yes.
same spinner is shown here.
Okay. Inside the alert.
Just a minute, David.
Mm-hmm.
And just add to some of there is just to add with this query. Only you need a pop-up, or you just need some other screen that is on top of that scan document. So you need pop-up or screen.
Well, it could be a screen. It could be a screen. Yes.
Yeah, because if it's a screen, then it will contain the thing fully.
We just have to make a custom alert.
No. He's telling we don't want that second alert will be shown. We agree. Instead of that alert, we have to show the screen after downloaded and extraction process is complete. We just move on to the activity. Because alert won't count, right? So that's my suggestion.
David, we'll have it like once the QR is scanned, then the user clicks on OK for downloading. We'll display a screen saying the download is in progress with a spinner, a loader. The download and extraction process are done. We can redirect him to the web view. I mean, to the particular activity.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not insisting that it should be a pop-up. But well, actually, I wanted to have a pop-up because of the cancel button. But if there's no cancel button, then we can give it. We don't need to have the pop-up. What I'd like you though to remember is that I would like to have a push animation there. Okay, would it be possible to have a modal?
So you want to have, or
no, I don't want to have a push animation. Let's make it a modal animation, okay?
okay, if a screen has to be displayed, then okay. Fine, we'll do it.
Okay. So I'm changing the description so that it says we display a pop-up or a view with a title with a label. In the middle. so that the spinner is in the middle. Okay, when it's done, I bet that Nathan Harris is going to design it. So let's, because, well, if it was a pop-up, then we wouldn't have too much space. Here, the spinner is very small, and the label is probably going to be very small too, and there's going to be a lot of white space. So when Nathan Harris sees it, he's probably going to send us a mock-up. So let's do it, and then we're gonna do some beautifying to that later.
Sure, David.
Okay, story points.
Will be shown the screen. With the loader, download.
White screen, background white.
Okay, shall we go with 3, David?
Okay. All right. I could see your invitation. We need to finish by 9 because at 9 I have a very important meeting. So we have an hour to finish this one tomorrow.
Sure, David.
Oh, I need to change. I want to see a view. Edit. I want to see a view presenting the download process as it is major. All right, and then I need to this one. Why is it? Well, I assigned it to myself. That's interesting. Yeah, I assigned it to myself. Brilliant. Okay, whom should I assign it now, or no? Let's leave it for me. I will feel as a developer for the time being. Okay, we're gonna reassign it. Okay, then there is this bug. As is, I want to see progress of an audio file when I play it on Android to see how. Sorry, this is the one. To see how far I am in the recording, right? So I'm adding this one too, but we are not estimating it because this is a bug, right? Okay. I want to see a scan help view. If I scan a QR code for an activity of a product, I do not have access to it to unlock a product, right? So this is the, it's exactly the same thing as if I tapped the call to action row, right? But this one happens when I scan an activity of a QR code for an activity that comes from the book that I do not have, that I haven't unlocked yet, right? Or not a book, a level, just to be precise, right? And this has been estimated, right? So I'm putting more. Well, yeah, I'm going to add a new story that is very important because Gautam, you probably remember that we discussed because I want to get rid of the version number, PEF version number JSON file from the QR code's contents.
Actually, as like Ram has implemented one feature, we are getting the latest version number, right? Would that be possible to send that JSON value from from there to the scan page?
Yeah.
So that we can. It's possible, right? Okay, then we can have that feature, David.
Okay, so we can. So let me create a new story for that. Okay.
Okay.
David, just a query here. Before you create the story, do we have any idea like how the QR codes will be in the books? The final.
How they are going to be? Could you repeat that?
So the QR codes are actually going to be printed on the books, right?
Yes.
So any decision has been made on that final format of the QR code?
Well, very good. It's a very good question, because yesterday I got the same question from the States, and then I told them, you know, guys, we are going to tell you what they're going to look like. So it is up to us. At least, well, I haven't received an acceptance from them, so they haven't accepted this decision. But we are going to tell them that the QR codes are going to have this and this and this.
Okay.
So if we can stick to the format that Gautam has produced. So we have /level 1 / unit 1, etc. That's absolutely fine.
Actually, we got that idea from the UID of the JSON, actually.
Yeah. And I think that if we tell them that they need to look like that, they're going to agree.
Okay.
But
we can custom QR codes, David. We can, if needed, we can add some logos or change colors. Those things are possible for QR code generation.
yeah, but I think that they're going to be white, black on white, and so on. I don't think it's necessary.
Okay. Because in some cases they have designed logos and placed inside the QR codes, and they have changed colors for some QR. I mean, I was just browsing.
Mm-hmm. No, let me confirm with them that they agree that we are going to dictate what they're going to look like. But as for the look and feel, they might change it. But well, let's focus on the contents. So that's the contents of the QR codes are what we want. Okay, so that's my goal. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then we can create the story based on that once we get the decision. Until then, we can have it be like this.
The user know, as a developer, I want the QR code contents not have the version JSON file version number, so that I can create universal QR code or a title or a level. Okay. Currently, the PEF JSON file version number is hard coded in the QR code. We want to get rid of that and put the version number dynamically after the code has been scanned. Okay. All right, let me change the priority then. Okay, and let's estimate it.
Estimation. Okay. For that dynamic you are getting the version number from that, but then here we are generating the QR codes based on UID, right? We are putting the condition over here like this. Then now if we change the version number, then actually Ram, what the scope is, here we are hard coding the thing, right? Version number is this. So instead of this, suppose if we get the version number from your code, and we can pass it over here. Okay. After that, this version number will change. So
Story points.
2 points.
2 points for the story.
Okay.
Others? right?
Machine we are getting from there and updating over here.
Okay. David, shall we stop here and continue tomorrow?
No problem at all. Okay.
Just a query, David.
What we want to do exactly in PEMOB 39.
Could you repeat the question?
Okay, what we want to do exactly in PEMOB 39.
PEMOB 39. 49, you mean?
No,
39.
in the sprint, not in backlog.
No.
In the sprint, we have pulled that story into the sprint.
Yeah, we have pulled that story into the sprint.
PEMOB 39. It's assigned to
Yeah.
Mahalakshmi, I guess. Yeah.
I see. Okay. That's it. That's the thing that because this has been implemented when you tap the call to action row. But this is a situation in which you are scanning a QR code of an activity. We say, okay, this, you get it now.
That is when we scanning a QR code for an activity, right?
Yes. But this activity belongs to a product, to a level that we do not have access to, because it's, for example, in level, well, we have level 1, for a unit that we do not have access to. So, for example, we are scanning an activity, a QR code for an activity from unit 2, while we haven't yet unlocked this level. So we cannot open this activity, right? Because this is still locked. So what we should do, we should ask the user to first unlock it. That's why we display this one, and then we can open the activity. Okay.
This one will be working like, suppose if a user is scanning an activity, scanning the QR code for an activity, and suppose if it belongs to unit number 2. As of now, we have the unit 2 as locked, right? So if the user scans the activity belonging to unit 2, first we have to display the screen, and then later he has to log in, and then he'll get the access. Am I correct, David?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So
the login screen. Yeah, just a minute. Actually, the login screen redirection is done. I'll be adding some elements over there. Mockup will be mocking up the screen. So once the user scans QR code for the unit 2, 1, 2, 3, 3 steps will be there. Not a pop-up. The screen will be displaying again.
Okay.
Okay. From there the process is same. You have to just display that screen. That's it. Okay, David, we are clear now.
Okay, very good. Okay, so let's continue tomorrow then.
Sure, David. Before we go, who is going to take care of providing the bill? Now? You give and then leave? No? Okay. Android build? Okay. And Ram, you will have to give a pop-up, I guess, right? Just a second.
That is a bug we will be taking.
For PEMOB 130, change the label and make it centralized. The text you have
text alignment.
Yeah, you have to change the text and then centralize it.
Yeah.
Before providing the bill.
Yeah.
Because he has taken the bill. Yeah, about it. Okay, David, we will meet tomorrow, and Eril, Maha, and Ram is working on providing the bill to you. So they will send you a mail once that is done.
Thank you. Very good.
Okay, meet you tomorrow then, David. Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.